Alrighty, good afternoon everybody. I've got to get a few things adjusted here on the board. I hope everybody is having a awesome day today. Let me change out the thumbnail here. Yeah. Let's see what we got. Pictures. Checking our repertoire today. I got a little gigged up. I wanted to feel good today. And let's see what we got. Yeah, maybe that one. Yeah, that looks like a nice one there. Okay, we'll save that. And we will go live. Okay, I've got that on there. Let me kill the volume here. All right. There we go. All right. Okay. All right. Good afternoon, everybody. It is the 28th, 4 scores and 17 beers ago. How you doing, bro? How's everything in the great state of Pennsylvania? I hope you're weathering the storm okay, job and everything. Keeping our fingers crossed for a lot of people out there. Yeah. I'm just chilling out. Timothy, Michael, buenos tardes. Good afternoon, everybody. From the great city of Santa Rosa in the heart of the Redwood Empire. Bella Grace, how you doing, sweetie? These new emojis are getting a real workout, huh? Hello, Linda. Emily, hello to you. Tiki Traveler, what's up? How you doing, Tiki Traveler? I'm trying the Streamlabs here. I did a few more adjustments on it. I don't know. I keep trying. I don't want to give up because it's so easy to go. I don't have to worry about having the camera up on the stick with the phone and all of that. So it just makes it a lot easier to sit here and have that. J Money, how are you doing today? What's going on? I don't really have a lot of topic. I put something up on the. Oh, thank you, Sandy. I appreciate that. Thank you. Hey, Deb. Jay Holly. Woohoo. I like that. Some people are in good spirits. Dog Factory. Hello. Glad to do this. Hi from Ontario, Canada. I love Ontario. Tiffy, it's doing good. Hey, Colette. Peachy Pie. I do love Ontario. I want to go around London, some of the other places there. I so enjoyed my time in Toronto. I found that such a remarkable city. Of course, I spent time there in the 90s with Royal Bank of Canada, but it's pretty cool. Lockdown. Hey, since we're on, I thought I'd switch to cat so I can watch all streams. There you go, Jen. Hello, Jan. Thank you. You have a great day too. Yeah, emoji abuse today. Hello, Red Pill. How are you? I did put up a video on the Rosie Murphy channel today for you economics and sociology eggheads out there that you might find interesting. My contention that we are now a full-blown socialist nation, and it's as if Bernie Sanders won the election because it ain't going to be long. Mark my words, before we have some type of nationalized medical system in this nation. Lived in Toronto in the 80s. We need Disco Inferno in our lives. Yeah, I probably will be doing a little Space Girl tonight on the Rosie McNamara channel, having a little bit of fun. Hey, Nomadic, how are you? Good to see you. Charla, easy on all the emojis, please. It's hot in Texas. Yeah, I heard that, Emily. I would love that. I would be laying out there getting that sunshine, have my little blow up pool and be splashing around in that. And yeah, I'd be having a great time today doing that. Hello, Missy. I hope you're holding up well. Um, Deb, I don't know. Oh, thank you. This was sent to me by Tammy, My World in OKC. Yeah, sorry, in content, your stuff doesn't even make the posting, my friend. It's gone before it even because you've got words on the list that block them. Just give them the royal boot. They waste their time, but it is what it is. It's the lack of better things to do in life, and well, just a piss poor life in general, and an extreme jealousy and everything else. I get it. I get it. I get it. Mental issues become accentuated in times like these. I get it. I understand. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, Nathan. Hope you're holding up good. Beautiful day. Figured I'd work on my van a little. Yeah, you changed up your, I guess that's Nomadic Ninja. I guess that's you, Chris. Nice bagels the other night. You know, I made them last night, Golden State, and I'm going to tell you, they tasted like crap. All right. I'm going to tell you. They they were crap, man. They were just tough as nails. Too much of a boil, too long in the water, and they were, they're just deep six. I hate to waste them. We'll keep them around. I will eat them. Missy Jen ate a couple of them, but they were just way too tough. Yeah, Sweet Caroline. You got to own it. Okay, I straight up tell you that they didn't turn out real good. They look beautiful. They looked like the best bagels I ever made, but they had, the chew. You almost had to have a jackhammer to chew them. It was tough. I know you, Bobby, used to be a couple years ago. Yeah, they were no good, Missy. I mean, they were okay. They were edible. Um, people would eat them, but it's something that you might see in an army, in hard times, handed out as a as a ration that everybody could grumble about. That's a bagel. That's a bagel. Must not be a Jew that made that. The bagels were tough. But all in all, it's going well. I'm glad to hear that, Nathan. I think about you. Don't want to say what my new name and avatar is because the trolls would have a field day. Thanks. That's good. So it was a hockey puck. It was tough. I mean, you could pound nails with that thing. I'm telling you, it was tough. Hey, it doesn't always work out good. How you doing, G? And back to the drawing board. Next time I use barley malt syrup. I had it. I didn't use it, and I'll do the water a little bit with the alkaline with the baking soda and try it again. So, but I enjoyed the process of making them. They look like bagels that you would use in an advertisement campaign. You know, they have all the fake bagels and things that you use when you take pictures. They'd be perfect for that. But don't eat it. Don't eat it. Yeah, hardtack. Making bagels is a lost art. I will probably expand my time to work on that again. You have to come to Canada. It's awesome. I think I had Canadian bacon bagels, Colette. But I still say the New York City bagels are the best of the best of the best. Save the bagels and throw them in trouble. Anyone caught out of New York and other is big trouble. They're spreading about 90 days in jail. You're serious, Victoria. That's all. I showed you last night the picture of the governor of Rhode Island. There's a sign on 95 and things. If you have a New York plate, pull over. They're checking you out, and a lot of people are being turned away. It's just a sign in time. We're seeing the initial waves of a breaking down of social order here in this nation, and I hope it's not a preview of coming attractions. What is love, baby? Don't hurt me no more. Do 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 do. Good morning, Cheryl. Good afternoon, I should say to you. I don't know how long the Streamlabs could be fixed forever here. I spent a significant amount of time yesterday working on that, trying to do some things. So if it did disconnect, it might automatically try to reconnect again. Will it work? I don't know, but it sure beats setting up the. I know the phone is good and everything, but it's really a pain in the butt to get over there. Maine and New Hampshire Beach would love the New York please now. Maine and oh well. Shellac those bagels and use for kitchen. Yeah, I could send them to an advertising agency. Hey, if you need bagels for your promotion, here you go. Here you go. They look beautiful, but don't try to eat them. It'd be like comparable to eating a piece of waxed fruit. See, I own it. When I don't do something the proper way, I come out and tell you guys. You can't always judge a book by its cover. On there, there's some fake vids of Mexican looting. It was actually that wasn't the picture might have been, but the incident wasn't Red Pill. The incident was real that occurred last week. There were Mexicans. They did loot a grocery store. 70 of them went in and knocked it over. Will we see that in L.A.? I would vote L.A. L.A. or New York will be the first places that might exhibit that kind of behavior. Especially when stimulus checks. I hope there's plenty to buy out there because it's a lot of money and nothing to buy. So, hey, Katie, I saw 2 vehicles yesterday in New York, Mississippi on my way to work. Wow, hey, Katie, they're scattering like rats out there, honey. Oh, thank you, Lizzie. You know, we should love New York is a great city. It really is. I feel bad. That's an epicenter, but in another week, Detroit could be, Chicago, New Orleans, LA. I think California's done a remarkable job given the size. 40 million people live here, 15% or whatever the population of the United States. We've done a pretty good job of staying pretty. I mean, the cases are growing, but they're so far the manageable rate. Always a paperweight. See, can you imagine we would come to a day when you stop because of a state plate? Yeah, I can, Vicky. I fear you may see worse in the months and years ahead. I mean, it's a big population base that's gone through a traumatic change. Most of the people in the population think along a line that what is today will always be. In other words, the stores will always have food. My checks will always be cashed. And my lights will always stay on. My house will never come under threat. My neighborhood from roving bands of hooligans, people assume the police will always be there. But the course of history demonstrates something far different. And I would say that 3/4 of the people now and about 80% of the people on YouTube just are clueless about things and will therefore stick their heads in the sand and poo-poo people that talk about it to try to prepare for other people. But they will end up being the flotsam and jetsam that gets washed away from the shore. So start spreading the flu. Oh, gee. New York plates out and immediately out of quarantine. Was out for where people are still in groups, so frustrating. We've done a good job of social distancing here. I don't think, except for that one woman that kind of jumped out on me in Petaluma that night. Oh, I think it's been pretty good. I think we're doing okay. I just felt kind of blah today, but the beautiful thing is starting to Monday, the weather's going to be in the mid to upper 70s and it's going to be sunny next week. So I'm going to take maximum advantage of that and enjoy the sunshine. Nice to see you, Johnny West. I'm in Maine and I was a doll doctor. Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to get to that in a couple minutes. I'm just covering off this, so I'm going to strongly suggest to all of my friends, and if people don't take the advice, that's fine. I could care less. Not my problem. Just make sure you ensure. I mean, the people along the food chain are starting to get sick. There's a move afoot, as NBC reported last night, that grocery workers are thinking about striking for better working conditions. So there could be a lot of potential disruptions along the line as this moves into the interior of the country, into the farm belt and places like that. We always assume that food is a God-given right out there, but it's a very tenuous line of delivery there. So take steps accordingly. Hey, Toon. Missy Jan is doing good. Yeah, this will be an important lesson here for everybody, and I hope that people will take it. I hope the warm weather takes care of this virus. So do I. So do I. Fawn's jumping the shark there. So we shall see. But that's I think that's very sage advice to get. Don't concentrate on fruits and vegetables. Just lay in some canned stuff and some beans and pasta, rice. You'll be all set. You know, you'll be able to weather in case this thing worsens significantly. The trick is minimize your shopping expeditions. Okay, people touching things, handling food, they can't possibly wipe off everything on the store shelves. I work in a grocery store, and under why you understand why workers want to strike? Yeah, they're like at ground zero in there. Okay, they're the heroes. The people with Amazon pumping packages out. Costco's now reduced their hours to close at 6 o'clock. You know, starting to take a toll on them. So, how you doing, Dave? You know, huggy Americans really are. Yeah, isn't that true? I don't feel safe eating takeout food. Well, that's the dilemma I have. It's called take a risk here. And Missy, Jen, and I were torn. I need to protect her, and I've done I think, a great job so far of keeping her safe and sound. Trying to keep her homebound, as it's sometimes she will sneak out to the post office or something, but she wears her N95 mask, and we take extraordinary measures to sanitize also. On their elbow, we're not talking about that elbows micro dick. If you're going to talk about that person, I'm just going to ask you to leave. That person is irrelevant on YouTube now. They have no future, no place in the scheme of the New World Order as evolved. So they certainly don't have any place on this channel. So it's hot and muggy here. Severe storms later. Yeah, let's be careful. $50 in food. I like the senior shop. I like the senior shopping hours too. I like the fact they don't have to go in there and get trampled and can just take their time. I mean, the older people get, they'll get nervous and they'll just stop eating. They'll just be traumatized by what they see. Let's see. A mixed teaspoon of pure turpentine with organic mix in a blend. Take for a detox and a heal. I'm not sure if I'm going to do that. I feel detoxed. I feel like I detox every morning in the bathroom. So, how you doing, Queenie? Don't be typing and driving, honey. The orchard is doing great. We are going to have a bumper crop of fruit here, starting in June with the plums. We've even got pears this year. Pears, tons of citrus. So it's going to be a good year to do a lot of donating of fruits and things. So that'll be a good thing. Pine tree boughs have lots of vitamin C. So I'm very happy about it's going to be a great year. Last year was a little slim on the trees. This year the citrus is just it's almost overwhelming out there, and that'll be good. Cupcake, how are you? I did not put lights up today because it's been kind of raining. My program today, if weather permits this evening, and I'm not sure, there's just raindrops on the forecast map. I wanted to get out to another town and get to walk around. I may or may not be able to do that tonight. But in any event, late night, I think I'll do something on McNamara, maybe a little Space Girl or something, something like that. Yeah, the orchard smells amazing. How you doing, McGreg? Good to see you in good health. Yeah, I'm feeling good. We're being careful. I still see people in groups out there congregating, especially the Mexicans. They're a culture that values togetherness and hugging and things like that. So it's very foreign to them to change their habits. And I notice it's mainly the older people that will still congregate, or the young people, from about 30 years old till about 70 years old, I don't see a lot of people congregating, but below 30 and above 70. I used to have blueberries. You go to Berkeley. Um, Deb, problem with Berkeley is I don't want to venture too far. That's counter to the to what the governor wants us to do here. So it has to be very close. And also, I'm afraid I'll be caught out in the rain, and then I will have ridden basically an hour almost, and wasted that time and gasoline. You better put an alarm on a tree. No, I don't think so, Patty. He doesn't have access here. I don't think he'll be a visitor here again. I don't. He's too much of a health risk now. I couldn't let him. I couldn't let him back on the rancho. He's probably been exposed through the food purchases and truck stop showers and things like that. He's an extremely high risk person and likely an amazing vector for spreading this virus now. So it's just a matter of time before he gets clamped down, and that'll be that. Yeah, standing apart seems strange. Yeah, just because of the Berkeley distance, but I got more stuff to explore around here. The only thing I'm not going to, I may boondock one night next week, but it will again be social distancing. We'll not will not be getting any food. Yeah, I got to be smart. Yeah, I don't care Golden State. I don't follow anymore. It just became too incredibly boring to sit there and listen to that. So I don't listen. I don't watch it all. I've unsubbed across all the channels. I don't wish anybody ill will, but I don't derive anything out of it anymore. It's equivalent to somebody. It's in a barrel going down the river and getting ready to go over Niagara Falls, and thinks because he's floating so far so good, everything's going to be good. I can't watch the disaster at the bottom with zero money and just basically stranded, and becomes a ward of the state at that point. So, and that'll be coming. So I don't need to. I don't derive anything out of it at all. There's no interest there. They would climb a ladder and put on a new clothesline. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Next week when the weather is better, I do plan to put up still plan to put up the Christmas lights. Yeah, it's good to see you, Charlotte. So there's too many other interesting things. People that have the ability to travel, as I will in the future, will be bringing a lot of content for those that don't have the wherewithal and didn't plan accordingly and didn't budget and provide and squirrel the nuts away for the rainy day. They'll be, as you can see, struggling to review a coffee can and other ridiculous things that have no place in today's. There's nothing to be derived from that. And RV reviews, you can forget it. People's, as measured by YouTube analytics, people's interest in RVs just went right off the cliff. Right off the cliff there. Yeah, that's the way I feel, Jackie. We got to put it behind. That's, hey, North Shore, just spooky, but that's spooky with no name. Yeah, it's very spooky now. Yeah, blow torch the leaves, exactly. So that's just the way I feel. Like I said, I don't wish anybody ill will, but the Times will have ended up victimizing him and other people like that living free on other people's dime and on YouTube's money. It's going to be a tough go out there. So collect the acorns and make acorn bread. Doesn't that taste like really bitter? Hey Patty, how are you so very calm? I'm kind of reckoning it's so unusual. Yeah, you're always pretty chill, Patty. I mean, you're a little bit of a hellraiser on some streams, but not in a nasty way. You're usually cool as a cucumber. If that industry is done, Jack A. Blue, that whole people that are exposed on the streets on a continuing basis will be higher targets of the victimization of victims of crime and confiscation, break-ins, other things as band of opportunists. How do I how do I stay calm? I could say a lot about the future, but what purpose would it serve except to heighten people's potential fears or calm them? I'd like to just concentrate in the here and now and just talk about what I would do over the next week or two. That's of a lot more benefit than, and also continuing to add a historical perspective on the Rosie Murphy channel and other places to where we've arrived today as a fully socialist nation. And yes, we will have nationalized medicine. It will be inevitable. It's going to be inevitable coming up. So one has to soak the acorn to reach then a nice earthy flavor. Interesting. I heard that acorns require a lot of processing, so I'm not really sure. Now, as far as DeeDubs is concerned, I've been trying to reach him for days. I call on the phone. I get put over to voicemail. Okay, I've left voicemails. I've text messaged. Another one of my friends has called on the phone and gotten somebody that pretends to be President Donald Trump and says, I will be coming after you in your job. I'm not sure. And I'm starting to be a bit concerned, but I understand that in the past, sometimes Dee wants to go underground, chill out, and be away from it, or God forbid that I don't want to think about other possibilities right now because I don't even know where in the heck somewhere in the state of Arizona. That's all I know. And possibly out on BLM land. I have no idea. But I plan on continuing to try to make contact and to try to figure out what happened. You would think that he would text me back, but he's a grown man, and things happen. Always going to never locked our chicken up and down this lockdown. I'm considering, the strategies for surviving the next few weeks. I've been trying to get a hold of them too, Chef. And it's going to be dangerous. Not where I go, but people in vans and things will have a false sense of security about their safety and mobility. And it's not in the immediate future. But if you're parked on the streets here and there in major cities, Chicago, for example, you're going to really, be a target of opportunity for people. I got messaged by and said they were Prince Andrew, wanted to sell McKee, and the Buck had fun playing with that guy. Man, that's crazy. I'm not going to check the jails. I'm not going to do that. I'm not equipped to know how to do that. Okay, I'm not one to go pull people's backgrounds and records and search prison things. I don't do that. And I'm sure not going to jump in the van in this time and place and drive down to Arizona. Okay. Yeah, I think he's probably fine. When I was in Vegas, he indicated down there, man, sometimes I just get sick of this stuff. And I just feel like really taking some time off from YouTube. Perhaps he's exercised that option now and done so. So it would be nice to send a text message if you do see this, D, and just make us aware of that fact, and we will respect that. Hello, Sue. Wog may know they seem to be in contact with each other. Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, if he would be in contact with Wog, he would certainly be in contact with me. He's met me. He hasn't met Wog. We've been hanging out for well over a year. See, our secure world changed overnight. Maybe he fell in love for a minute. That could be it. And his new girl just smashed his phone. I don't know. Probably shacked up with a Mexican BBW. So we'll see what happened. He had a bit of a cough beginning while in Vegas before he left, but then he did nights of streams and he was fine, sunsets and things. He had a garden variety cold when I was with him, because sneezing is not typically a trait of the coronavirus. So I wasn't worried at all, and I didn't even catch the cold. So I hope he's okay. Yeah, I like him. So we'll see what happens. Um, sometimes my concern is people think that they're safer out in the countryside sometimes, and you go to some of these BLM uh, places, and you don't know who's out there and about. Gang come into party and stuff. You might have a dust up with them, and you don't know what happened. Strangely and weirdly, I feel safer in the heart of a city as less of a target than I am when I'm out alone in the middle of supposedly in the middle of nowhere. I think I become a higher value target. So I'm nobody when I'm in a city in a van. Who cares? One more ratty van with a dent in the side. Who cares? Yeah, his phone could have been stolen. His phone could have been stolen. That's a possibility. He might have left his phone behind. D has been known to lock his keys in his van. I was down in Las Vegas with Monkey Boy Ranger, and thank God Ranger was there. We just had dinner, and Ranger was able to open the trunk of his vehicle and pull out the joystick and get D into his van. So D is not, he's like a Rosie in a lot, in some ways. Well, I didn't get the feeling he was sick. He thinks the world with all the. I don't know if Wi-Fi, Patty. I don't know if Wi-Fi is on. That's a really good question. I don't know if Starbucks has kept their Wi-Fi going. They're not offering sit-down places. McDonald's is not offering sit-down. I'm not sure if Wi-Fi is widely available. I'm not sure. Has his girlfriend or they? Never mind, not our business. Well, I know he was texting, and then he had a issue with it's his personal business. I don't. As you guys know, I don't get into people's personal lives ever. I just always maintain that distance there. Yeah, well, I'm worried too. I don't have his family's number, Zeus. Okay, his family was burned out of their home last year, and their whereabouts are unknown to me at the current time. So I have no way of doing that. Yeah, Wi-Fi, truck stops, and places like that. He will turn up somewhere. I think he was just wanting to take some time off. He was wanted to focus on making a big chunk of money, and get to a place where, I mean, it's high times now. If you're serving the public, there's great money to be made. There's also tremendous risk out there. So I hope he has not contracted anything. He'll turn up. Yeah, well, if he was in a hospital, they wouldn't have somebody on the phone pretending to be President Trump, though. So, where's my bike weed? So, well, we'll see. We'll see where he turns up. Happy today. The Streamlabs seems to be working flawlessly. I have it on the desktop now. I've moved it off of the laptop and onto the desktop. Home fires are a terrible thing. Sue, which gosh, I don't I hate to ask. We haven't. Did you mail it to the PO box? Because we haven't gone up to the PO box, so we're kind of steering clear. I'm not going to be making a missing persons report, Red Pill. The street smarting will pop up soon. Sometimes he's not a family member of mine. Making money while he can. Hope he's okay. It was nothing made. Sue, was it sent to the PO box? Because we haven't been up to the PO box. But thank you for your kindness. Yeah, I think he was going on to around the Phoenix area, down around that area. He might have ended up with. He might have. Okay, Sue. So it might be up there. Thank you. He might have ended up with. Blue Waffle again, drinking down there and just goofing around on the phone or something. So who knows? Who knows? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Stay safe. We are staying safe. I'm gone. I'm doing okay as long as I can get out for some walks. Like I say tonight, if it's not raining, if it's just a little misty, might get out there for a little bit of chooch and then maybe a little bit of zing, zing, zing tonight. So we shall see. I've seen Tara. Tara's working her butt off. She's still working high hours at her job. I don't think she's going to be able. I think she's going to have to cancel her trip here in May. I'm not sure travel will be safe at that time. She had planned to come up and spend vacation as she's done for the last 3 years. I hope it comes off. I just don't know. So, he's going to Flagstaff. Well, it's cold as can be in Flagstaff. They had snow down there. Maybe he's... Yeah, there you go, Chef. Maybe he's Trump's personal chef. How you doing, Diamond? Yeah, that's terrible, Sassy. They lost a lot of stuff. So yeah, it's a fun diversion. A little space girl, have a little bit of fun. Drink a few beers and just get our minds off of things. That's what YouTube is pushing now. Not the people that are conspiracy theorists and political haters on each side and all the people capitalizing on the nonsense, but they're pushing things that are entertaining people. They're not going to push that because, of course, it's adult rated. But so how you doing, Mr. Z? Do you think interstate travel may be stopped eventually? Vicky is certainly going down that road. The only thing that, in my opinion, is truly gonna work is that everybody just totally isolate for 2 to 3 weeks. Okay. In my mind, it's like former Fed Chairman Bernanke said. He said, you can think of this as like a major snowstorm that could paralyze the country for a couple weeks. Now, if that was the big news, that we were going to have some Arctic massive unprecedented event that was going to ice in the whole United States for 2 weeks, would people go into a total dither and panic? Probably not. They might buy the milk and bread, but it's doubtful they would crash the financial markets, right? Which was my contention. If you believe that this is just pandemic that will run its course, then it was incumbent on you to do what they did in August of 1914 and close the stock exchange and the financial markets worldwide for 4 months, so values wouldn't be destroyed like they are today, and assets that loans have been taken against becoming worthless. Nobody have any idea what's worth anything. Liquidity dries up. Dollars are scarce. And then when the snowstorm is over, to reopen, well, we can't put the toothpaste back in the tube, right? How you doing, Kim? Nice to see you, sweetie. I'm drinking 99 mangoes as we speak and washing my yard down with Dawn. Wet t-shirts in the 80s here. It's going to hit the road, but my sixth twinkle made me that bad things keep happening. It's hard to isolate when you have a craving. Boy, I have a craving. I told Jen. I asked Jen, do you want to risk it today? I'll go in and I'll get the food. I'll sanitize it and everything. I don't know. I feel like I'm supporting the restaurants that are struggling right now. Had a medical procedure last week, being wheeled into washing walls. Oh yeah, Sassy. So I'm not allowed, when Missy Jen does get her infusion, I'm not allowed to go in with her. So balancing the financial, medical well-being and replenish, stop everything. That's just breathe. Well, there it is. Yes, Kim is. Kim is a doll baby. Yep. So, don't fear the reaper exactly. So we're still deciding whether we should do something different and get something tonight. I would not get sushi. People breathing on that on that. I don't think I can do that, right? So people breathing on the sushi. I'm afraid to have anyone handle my meals. I think it's a normal reaction. There you go, Mr. Z. Operating a crane from home. Some drop in place, face down. Some people do that fish giggle. Some lingle and drown. A little cough and fever is done. Yeah, it does scan the whole spectrum. Yeah, we do have to have fun. We have to make people smile and we have to make people laugh. The amount of bitterness that you see on YouTube, who needs that? It doesn't provide any value to people. How you doing, Joe Smith? Shamaj, how you doing, doll? The plague, everyone got boils and died. That's a nice thought. Just to add to that visual. Just to pump that up a little more. Like I said, I laughed the other night, and I said, if it would be weird if the virus mutated and it became something that people turned into zombies, and then it would be like Walking Dead all of a sudden, right? Hello, Anna. Nice to see you. And we got the great Toon Cat in here today. Don't worry, be happy. Well, you can't be happy, but you can take steps to protect yourself, and that's the important thing. The school teachers did a parade in my town. They were driving by and telling them they missed them was great. Hey, that's a nice thing, That's a nice thing, Sharon. That's good. They're going to have that thing on April 1st in Las Vegas. They're going to have the cars do a parade. Now, I don't know if they're going to allow a crowd or they're just going to broadcast it on TV. They're supposed to have something like 300 car lighted down the strip, I think, which would be pretty cool. I would put it in gear if I could to go see it, but I can't. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. I don't think that they're going to allow anybody. You'll just have to watch the event on TV, I believe. They'll have TV cameras, and it'll be a special event, and that'll be nice. Hi, Joey D. So who's getting the stimulus money and who isn't? Well, Johnny West, if you're an illegal alien, you're not going to get it. Although AOC, the esteemed congresswoman from New York City, wants illegals to get a check too, because they contribute to the economy. They do contribute to the economy, but they don't put anything into the system. Okay. Yeah, they put their labor in and they get their cash. Okay. They're not willing to, and I believe people have to support their families. I'm not a heartless person. But the downside is at times like this, you just can't have a helicopter just drop money over fields and things. Okay. Maybe that day will come with helicopter Ben Bernanke and dropping $100 bills out of helicopters. I'm not sure. How you doing, Johnny? Shema says, I saw a few ladies buying hair and dye because they can't go to the beauty salon. Yeah. That's a service, right? It's a service that people are going to need much less of in the future. Seeing stuffed bears out, you can walk her. Oh, that's good. I'm going to try to put some lights out. How much of this is flash and save and mirrors for something else? This is Victoria. This is what they call, yeah, we're $2.95, still $3.29 at one station for gas. This is what they call a black swan event. Okay, if it was a laboratory disaster in Wuhan, laboratory number 4, the high-level lab, well, then it was a mistake. If it came out of a wet market and it was a pathogen that jumped from an animal to a person, well, many flus have started that way over time. Okay, it's here, it happened. We had ample warning, and Problem is, we're conditioned to think like, well, H1N1, the avian flu, it'll be an Asian thing, right? So I don't think there's something deeper, but you best be prepared for a lot of government in your future, that's for sure. So I feel quite sure we're going to have socialized medicine, the whole schmear. So especially after June, when the first round of stimulus is gone, and um, the affordability of continuing to just deficit, just spend money we don't have forever is going to come home to roost. I think it would be a lot more dead. They're ramping up, Victoria. It's a 2 to 3% death rate. Okay, I mean they're ramping up. It's coming. It's ramping up. My cashier, the gas station was mad because she found out they're not receiving a check because she owes back child support. Not sure if I'm not sure either. I don't think they're going to done things for uh, back child support and things. Maybe it's good for the kids. I don't know. You know, in my mind, right? She could keep working as a cashier, and maybe her kids will get some of the back support they're owed, right? But I don't think if you didn't pay tax, like the man in the can, you're not in the system. You don't show up anywhere. You haven't been a contributor to society. You've been a leech on society. So, you know, you might get a food stamp here and there, but as far as other support, yeah, when labs should be shut down for if they truly are at fault. Johns Hopkins got to go from FDA to try a new drug, so it's hopeful. Yeah, whatever new drug comes is you know, it's production and distribution. It's very you're chasing a rising curve here, like a dog chasing after a car. It takes time to catch up. I personally feel this is a deep state operation. I just think it was I think it was a natural occurrence, chef, but an unusual event in the way that it's much more lethal and spreads easier than your typical seasonal influenza. So the woman who will have loads of kids gonna cash in. Woo! Gotta love Johnny Watt. But I generally rarely ever go down a conspiracy line for stuff because it's too hard to pull off. There would be too many people that would blab and talk and things. So I think this just caught people flat-footed, and I don't think people were prepared for what occurred at the supermarkets. But I had a glimpse in February what was happening in Hong Kong. And I did that video on February 16th, and I said, if this gets to the U.S. in a place like New York, but you're gonna be shocked how fast they can strip the shelves and get your stuff now. That's what preppers do. If you have a judgment for child support and you are behind, that will eat into tax returns first. So how you doing, Keith? The Army came through and they made fun of them. No one was intimidated one bit. I don't know what that means, Victoria. The Army came through where? So, yeah, beachy. So, boy, that's the good news. Good weather's coming next week. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Sunny, beautiful, gorgeous, mid-70s. Get my blanket on the ground and get out there and get some sunshine. After your first video, I stocked up. Good for you, Diamonds. A lot of people did. I got a lot of positive feedback, and people that stocked up didn't have to risk to jump into that melee. And I issued the same warning when those stimulus checks hit. They're not going to be buying Ford cars and GM trucks. They're going to be loading up on the essentials. They're all going to hit the stores at the same time, and it's going to be like a thunderbolt. Boom. They're going to strip those stores like a bunch of locusts. Wait till it hits Mexico City exactly. Wait, at least why even bother separate any of the huddle and anyone has to question. I took your advice in February and stocked. I'm glad of it. Thank you, Emily. I appreciate that. You're very welcome. If you owe a hooker, you won't get a check. You will not get a check. Yeah, AOC says illegals should get a check. You know, I guess everybody else is getting one.
You should just send the money to
I mean, AOC's like a deer in the headlights. Just doesn't know what the heck to do. She's like, well, I wouldn't go that far, Jen. Was 80 degrees here yesterday. Rain saving December. The best time to buy a car or zero down. I wouldn't say so, Red Pill. I'd say it's the worst time because you may not be able to sustain the payments going forward. Not you in particular, but you in general to the populace out there. Okay? Now you may say, well, I'd ride a year and then they could come jack it. Okay, it's fine. Let my credit be ruined. Nobody's going to have decent credit anyway, so I get to ride a Cadillac for a year. We're not riding Cadillacs in our dreams anymore. We're riding a real Cadillac. Well, New York voters are having a taste. Hard to attack to use a kind of a normal weapon. Women are the ripple. I just think, Chef, this just shows the inherent weakness of a service economy. Okay, now China will feel the effects in their manufacturing economy. Orders are being canceled left and right. Raw stores canceled all of their orders for the next 3 months, and it's just rippling through the world. Okay, that's why they're going to feel the pain on their manufacturing base. We're going to feel it on the service base here. Look at how easy it is there's going to be, 10, 15 million people coming up, bounced. Cruise industry got nothing out of this situation. Cruise industry is going to be a long time before they bounce back. The hotel industry, people aren't going to have that. There's going to be, when the banks get a handle on things, they're going to start canceling credit cards left, right, and center. So there's not going to be that credit for cruises and credit for Vegas vacations and all that kind of crap. Low end. Yeah, that's good. I knew AARP would do the job. Golden fought to guarantee low income will receive the $1,200 check. Yeah, they should get it. Why in the hell not? They're great, stable jobs. Well, that's what we're going to see, HX. But it has to be based on the economics. We can't just say we have to manufacture here. We have to make sure it's economically viable. And now the free market, by crashing everything, will make America a truly affordable place to manufacture again, with wages that will have to come down dramatically to unless we go into some goofy hyperinflation. So, yeah, sanitize. Cruise industry hurts all the third world port stops. Well, it's debatable. I mean, they stop in Bahamas and Bermuda. I don't think it's a negative for the tourist, and I think it's a positive for them. You'll know it's a positive when they start screaming that they have no money. So. Yeah, you got to have the demand for it. And the demand gets built when you blow out the employment base and you make a country poor overnight. Then you sow the seeds for self-sufficiency again, and manufacturing can return. But you just can't start building plants to produce Mattel toys or tchotchkes when there's no demand for it. And the cruise industry, the cruise industry has a really huge negative impact, HX, on those places. Yeah. come dogwoods? Yeah, grow a garden. Enjoy growing a garden. That's a good thing to do. Have a garden. That's what I'm going to do. I mean, yeah, cruise industry has hurt a lot of people exactly that rely on it, and they're not going to get anything because it's that's a true luxury. The cruise industry. It's a true want. It's not a need. There's some measure of hotels and hospitalities that are needed in the nation here, but I would suspect that the Vegas casino industry will shrink down dramatically, and they'll be, like I said, when Vegas opens again, they'll be having a knife at each other's throats to reduce prices and drop resort fees, doing everything desperate to get people back to Vegas. But will they have the appetite for that when they don't have a job or are threatened with job loss? We shall see. Everything's blooming. Yeah, the dogwoods. I think I'll believe the world will start a new thing where we're just shut down everything within reason, of course. Weird thing about it is that they fly banners under us to avoid U.S. Why is it? Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. That's what they said, Chef. Most of these jobs aren't even held by Americans, okay? Right? Yeah, people at the port put food on, and the longshoremen, load them up. But Norwegian crew, a lot of these cruise boats are registered under Panama and Bahamian flags and all that. So, and yes, gardening is therapeutic. The African has totally collapsed. So you would see an increase in trophy hunting. I don't know, HX. I don't know who's going to afford that. Big changes coming in Hollywood and a lot of other places too. So the rich are going to come under the microscope. Okay, it's going to be entertainment will be big, but lifestyles. If the Hollywoodites are smart, they'll minimize their extravagance for the public. So, in my opinion, they would be smart to do so. Oh, what a blah day here. It's going to be either sink or swim. Well, we'll all be swimming for a while. We all got, the government made sure we all got a lifeboat, okay? But they have a June expiration on them, so we'll see. Come then, when the lifeboats start to come apart, and then we'll see what happens. I have to give shots to the elderly assisted living. Yeah, just be careful. Poor Abbott start selling off trophy license to make up for lost revenue. But what will the demand be for that HX, and who will dare go down there and trophy hunt when everybody in the world has a video camera and can upload and have a viral video showing some knucklehead went down there to go hunt elephants or something? You want to really be that person? Don't rub your lifestyle. That's what I'm saying. Don't rub that. People want entertainment, but they don't want to see, they don't want to worry about that. Kim Kardashian's going to have a couple million less income. Well, she'll have a lot less income. Stay safe. Hopefully, all governments around the world are affected from the lost revenue. Well, your wish is going to come true, Karen. You're about to see what the limits of unlimited government support are. Unlimited printing press, unlimited safety net under everything. We're about to see that final, it's almost like the final climactic part of a symphony, the big finale. Okay, take care, Toon Cat. The trophy only happened in war-torn places where tourists don't go. Well, I don't know. If the government cares about protecting it, they'll do something. If not, the locals just might, kill and strip the person down and take everything in the world they got, HX, and drop them in the middle of some lake in the middle of some third world shithole down there. So, right. That's the risk of that. The world will reset, Red Pill. It will reset, but we've had a literally a destruction of the temple, so to speak. Okay, the temple has collapsed. Now, yes, you can get the heavy equipment up, pick up the blocks, clean it all away, build a new foundation, all the site preparations, and build a new one. But it doesn't happen overnight. Whether or not some celebrities who are doing it for outro just keep their names in public view. Well, Emily, the end result is the same. At least I'm glad that they're getting some money. They're donating some money. That's a good thing. Whether they're doing it to keep their name out or because they care, that's it. You know, it's the people that get it are happy. So, hello, poor man's. My volume shouldn't be low. I'm up very high on the watching it modulate here. I'm still working, but I'm scared if, well, just take steps to prepare yourself. That's all right. My big fear is the next wave of checks hit, and what people are going to do at that time, because you could be looking at supermarket workers that are sick and on strikes, and now's the best time. Now's the very best time to get yourself stocked up when the craziness isn't abounding. I'm gonna grab something to drink. I'll be right back, guys. Oops. I don't know if I'll be out chooching tonight or not. It'll be weather dependent. Be in another town tonight. Stop for a minute, get something to drink. Idea. Bird food. Are they enjoying them? Yeah, I hope they don't choke on it. That stuff was so tough and nice. You got that for bird food. Woo! There we go. My bagels ended up as bird food today. All right. What's going on with Valerie? I have an uncle dying of corona. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Valerie. Maybe by some miracle he will pull through, honey. Sorry about that. Yeah, I'm going to wait for just had this initial burst of blood donation, so I'm going to wait till midweek when the fever dies down a little bit and try to don't forgot my beer, yeah, try to donate some blood. Uh, did you see my story about the real hero Garrett Goebel, who got all of those people off of that subway #2 subway car in Harlem, 110th Street in Harlem? There, died in the process. I was hankering for one of those nut bagels with smear cream. Yeah, I've made them better before, Craig. They've not looked better, but they've tasted better. They were just too probably chewy, and I next time start the dough the day before so it gets a little more depth to it. We'll make them again. I don't know, Diagi. I haven't heard from D. I have um, I have texted him quite a bit, and I've not heard anything. Let's see. Yep, nothing. Yeah, I've called. I've done a lot of stuff. I don't know. Nothing. Yeah. What is our future is bad. Well, I'm not. I'm not gonna. To me, Jay, the best thing you can do is take things on a short to intermediate basis right now, because we understand human psychology and how people will react. My first thought back in February was that people would gut the stores and they did that. So we're just trying to just keep a little bit ahead of the curve here and trying to think, now the second wave's going to come. And will the stimulus money be used as the Treasury Secretary thinks it will? People will book cruises, people will go to Vegas, people will buy cars, uh, or are things a little different this time? And people now got the idea, man, I better be a prepper. Who in the hell knows what's going to happen? Is this virus going to mutate? Is it going to disappear in the heat of summer only to come roaring back in fall? They're going to be they've been traumatized. Yeah, we've lived in the best era of the times. Yeah. All right, on a cheery note, I have a new baby goat. Her name is Caramel. Good for you. I love to hear that. I love to hear it. Unfortunately, we're in uncharted territory. Just have to one day at a time, common sense. Just understand how people are going to move and what's going to motivate them and how their psychology. What's the psychology of the average person that gets that check? Okay. Now, they're not particularly worried because their incomes, if they've been laid off or whatever, their incomes will continue for a while. But they don't know what their job prospects will be for the future. So they're going to be cautious. They're not going to go down to the Taj nightclub at the Venetian in Las Vegas and get $800 bottle service at the Taj nightclub there, right? We know they're not going to do that. Okay, what are most of them going to do? I think they're going to stock up on essential supplies. Common sense is the master key out of Ruby on Goat. Baby goats, yeah, yeah, yeah. Babies, they call them a chiva. The Mexicans, Spanish chivas. The little goats. Baby chivas. I like that, So that's what you got to think about in my mind, Jay, is that how to take care of things in the short to intermediate term. Most people that get the money are going to spend it as soon as they get it. That's what I think. The trick is, though, Johnny, what will they spend it on? That's the key. People still want their dogs groomed. You know, people that are out of work, Diagi, may have a different story over the long intermediate run. They may look up on YouTube how to groom your own dog, how to dye your own hair. I don't like Santa Rita. I'm not sure what that is. I got a Christmas blow up baby goat in pajamas and the man refused to put it out. Wow. Oh, that's funny. I'm saving my check or checks. Yeah, a lot of people will save their check. It's a good idea. Put your baby goat and jammies out. So on the plus side, can go one of two ways. We can have containment at some point of this. The virus tamps down. I don't know if it'll ever be totally removed. It could mutate into just a common form, as most of these do. Okay, and things can start to try to return to normal. And it might take a year, 18 months, a year. But it's going to be a long, long climb back. A long climb back. Okay? Long climb back. It's not going to be any snapback, V-shaped recovery. Boom. There's been too much damage done. And on the other side of the coin, you don't want to go there mentally. I don't want to take people there on YouTube. I don't want to do that. Because that's a world where, you know, people revert more and more, thank you, honey, to base animal instinct and things. Okay, survival. We don't want to go there. In my opinion, no one should use the money for food, a roof over your head, and a safe. Should use, yeah, that's mine too. That's my idea too, Craig. And that's the idea of decent, smart thinking people will do that. They've now had this shock they've seen with their own eyes, something that they never saw in their lifetime, except maybe a snowstorm. And then they wouldn't clean out the whole store. But now this has been burned in people's mind. They're going home. God, I never want to go through that. I'm risking my life out here to get food and toilet paper. And it's just ridiculous. These people are animals. They open the doors. I have to stand in line at Costco for an hour to just get into the place. And by the time I get in, the people strip the things out that I want to buy. They think about this stuff. They put this in their mind. And the one thought that they have is, I never want to go through that again. So, because I don't want to go through that again, what steps do we have to take to make sure that we're prepared for the next time? Yeah, don't buy hookers and crack. No, poor man. I don't want to have any communication with him at all. He's floating down the river Styx. Okay, and that's it. He's you know, the ultimate alpha male. What lives at the behest of society and off the crumbs of society. Well, could call it the droppings of society. So, yep, $1,200 wouldn't get you in the Mustang Ranch. Woo! Yeah, yeah, yeah. Woo! That's it. Wouldn't even get you in there. So, the future, if I had to describe it in a 4-letter word, the future for that person is capital G, capital R, capital I, capital M. Grim. It's the worst possible future that anyone could envision. But it's the ultimate rendition of karma. Somebody wrote me yesterday, is how could you do this? And then I wrote back and reminded him what was done to me. I never heard a reply again from him. A lot of people have been going to mom and pops. Yeah, that's good. The mom and pops. I see Mustang. I never really like it. What happened between you all? I don't know, Diagi. And nor do I care. You got to understand, we have crossed the great divide since the time that he left here. He is as inconsequential to the future as a what would I call it? A bag of garbage on the side of the road. Okay, there's no. We're in a different world. We're in a totally different bare knuckle world where you need to be smart. You need to have some wherewithal. You need to have some place to call home. Because every night you live in fear that it could be the last day. Mechanical failure. Nothing to eat, no support, no money on YouTube, and you become dust in the wind. And that's it. So that's it. That's it. It is all karma has a way of dishing out its own. Okay. But as he said, it's an experiment, so you won't see. It'll just disappear one day, and that'll be it. Never to be heard from again. The ultimate destruction of super ego. Hey, my brother in the hospital. Oh, sorry to hear that, Christina. Yep, the infamous kill switch. But Diadri, he doesn't think like you and me. He thinks on an animal level. The animal desires, the desires of on an animalistic level. If you feed a dog on a daily basis and the dog loves you to pieces, and you put food in the dog's bowl one day, or the dog's eating, and you go approach to try to pull the food, the dog's going to growl at you. Why? Because the dog is operating on an animal level, an animalistic level. The dog is incapable of thinking beyond that bowl of food. It can't think about what you did. It's an animal. It can only think of pleasures of the flesh and self-satisfaction, not a thought for anybody else in life. But we all know that's why The Magnificent Ambersons, that movie, is such a great microcosm of what awaits. And as the great Orson Welles said when he was voicing over the end of that movie, yes, William got his comeuppance. He got his comeuppance and it overflowed again and again and again. Okay. Bobby's doing good. I stay in touch with Bobby on a daily basis. He's doing good. Better stay home than stay in the ICU, exactly. So that's the bottom line. Well, I'm just saying, Red Pill, that it's not. There's an abnormality in the psychological makeup. There was something that was missing. There's a over 4 months, I came to discover that there's some piece of the DNA or something is missing. You know, most of us, even on the most simple level, you know, will perform a caring act for somebody else, or have a thought for somebody else. It's not there. So I could discuss it, but I've chosen to just go on because now we're in a different era where people care more about their livelihoods. They're starting to leave the frivolity of YouTube, the stupid stuff that goes on, and they're more concerned about getting real facts and real ideas about the future, not reviewing a can of coffee. It's useless to people. Big hard game, yeah. So there's a lot of people out there, Patty, that are going to need. No way, no way, Joey D. Can't afford it. We tried to warn. It doesn't matter. It's something I wanted to do, Red Pill. There was nothing to warn about. My work was something that was very satisfying to me. My skills are on display. They'll be forever memorialized in my playlist of the work that was done. Self-satisfaction was my number one motivator for that. Plus the realization that a 31-year-old van, the day's coming soon where catastrophic end to it all. And nobody will pick up the phone. Yeah, so I want to concentrate more on helping people and doing what I can to make people happy, to make people smile, and to do things in my community to make a difference within the confines of safety. That gives me joy, not worrying about something that happened last month. It's done. I don't watch it anymore. I don't care. To me, it's the most boring stuff on YouTube. Yeah, I did it with a clean heart. Thank you. A clean heart and mind. That's exactly right. So I can't feel bad about it. I feel great about it. I feel like, yeah, I can do a whole restoration on a Class B motorhome. No problem at all. But I didn't take any time doing mechanical stuff because that's not what I do. I could do it, but it's not what I signed on for. Worried about the LED lights when the water heater was, you can predict a person's, of course, you can predict where we go in the future by what people did in the past. People's behavior is an excellent guide for the future. In times of panic, in times of crisis, in times of pandemic, human nature never changes, so people repeat the same thing over and over. That's right, Karen. We have Rosie out there to continue to bring us stories, and the whole world is going to be changing now, and it's going to be fascinating to see it. Now, we might not be able to go on foot everywhere I would want to go. The dangers on the street will probably increase. So a lot of our time will probably have to be spent with the camera in the vehicle, driving, but where safety allows and things. There'll be so much stuff to explore. There'll be so many the effects of this thing to see. The chooches. Be a ton of great content coming up. Well, stay home. I won't be taking anymore. Okay. Perhaps Mr. X will be accommodating him. I don't know. That'll be up to Mr. X. No, I like Mr. X. He's a wonderful guy. We've had a lot of good time. I hope to see Mr. X in the future. Hang out, have some fun. Good time. Drury, all those people. Forefront. That's what I'm saying. Red pill. I'm going to be out there. I'm going to stay safe, Kim. You can believe it. I'm going to stay safe, honey. Absolutely, positively. I'm very tuned in to the streets, and your best defense is just looking like a person of the streets. That's your first line of defense. And the second is being appropriate. If there were no YouTube, would you still travel like you do or chooch? Yeah, I would still be doing a ton of traveling. I probably have my own website, which I do, but I haven't posted anything to it in over a year or so. But I would still be doing my own logging of things. You know, I'm going to be chronicling a personal history as time goes through that people will look back on and say, "Wow, look at the changes here. Look at the evolution of Vegas. Look what happened in Reno." And yeah, so I would still be doing a ton of traveling. Yeah, he took a one minute on there. Oh, thank you, Craig. I'm very lucky to have you in my life too. Like I say, most people have a normal thought process as they understand, but a dog doesn't look to the future. A dog only looks to the bowl. The dog only sees today, and the dog is the ultimate linear thinker. It thinks tomorrow will always be like today. Therefore, the dog can't plan it all. The dog has no ability because the dog's not educated to understand history and sociology and things like that. The dog can only see the bowl. I just turned on the World Series game. That was a good. Yeah, wasn't that cool, Sharon? A good to see some World Series. I'm glad ESPN and things are playing some basketball stuff and all that. The pot prices raised. Remember the program in a program called No Donation. No, I can't. James Kirk. He cannot be allowed to be back on this property. I've got. As I've told you guys before, Missy Jen is my top priority here to keep her safe, and I've gone to extraordinary lengths to do so, and will continue to do so for her. So I'm happy about that. They maybe delayed. That would be bad. It could be. I don't know. Stay home. I mean. You know, this is gonna test the powers of the presidency, like Lincoln did in the Civil War, and just chuck out the Constitution. But Lincoln was determined in 1864 that there would be an election in the middle of the 2/3 of the way through the war, and the election was held. But then again, we don't have. You didn't have to contend with. You know, a pandemic. But a dog is grateful and loves you more than he loves himself. Yeah, but a dog can only go day to day, right, Queenie? A dog can't look ahead. You go up and try to put some steak in a bowl and sit it down for the dog, and then come creeping up and try to grab that bowl and see what your friend the dog does. You know, it doesn't want to bite you. Jack A. I think it's called Banger. Norm was taking advantage of the several. Yeah, I'm not sure about that, Jack A. But the norms out there in the world will be few and far between in the future. You know, people that are bad decision makers and things, people whose judgment is clouded by drugs and alcohol or loneliness, things of that nature. Disinfecting one government called them so fast the store shut. Good. Skew YouTube shoots some people up and spits them out. Government called them out so fast. You scared my dog. Well, I'm just saying, over time, you spend time, you see what substance people are made out of. You know. Sorry to hear that, Diagi. Sorry to hear that. So that's the reality of time. We shall see. But the bad place of the future, I don't even want to go there right now because it's pointless. It serves no purpose at all. There should be no election. Trump should stay for another 4 years. I don't. If things get bad enough, you know, the president has the ability to. You know, the president, like Lincoln did, suspend the Constitution. Well, Belgium, the first cat case has occurred. Ooh, that's insane. Mm-mm-mm. I'm not sure how I feel about election. I smoked pot. I've been in work since I was 16. I started my own business of pothead. Good for you, Diagi. Domestic and family violence is up. So is divorcing in China. The divorce rate's gone through the roof right now. I'm going to try to go chooching possibly, Johnny. Skies have looked threatening. We've had like a spitting rain. So I might try to go on a chooch and then do a little bit of, have a little adult fun tonight on YouTube. Hey, Arsimus, how you doing? And thank goodness, look at how well Streamlabs is performing today. Look at this. I haven't been cut off. Unbelievable. Well, thank you. Thank you, Horacio. I appreciate that. Snips and snails and puppy dog tails. Yeah, you'll never be lonely as long as you can log on to YouTube. But aren't you guys going to be fascinated to get the ground level chooch on Vegas next time and see if the crowds return? And I mean, the locals will come back out, but it's going to be interesting to see. Yeah, the sky's spitting a little bit out there. The sky is spitting a little bit, so we shall see. I would love to. I love to walk. Love to walk, and I've got the perfect place to go to tonight. Been raining on. Now I can't wait till next week. The sun is gonna come out. It's gonna be beautiful. 75 degrees, 78 degrees, sunny. I'm gonna be out getting some rays. That's for sure. Looking forward to that. They can't take that away from me. You should be very careful out there. People here are out in driving walking group. I don't walk in groups. I don't walk near anybody. You've heard me when I'm out chooching tell people, sir, please do not stand close to me. I've been advised by the United States government that we should maintain a 6-foot social distance and not engage within that distance. I will now move away from you. Please do not follow or try to further contact me within that distance. Thank you. Yeah, so I'll be careful. Adam, the Woo, and the Mighty Man, they're very worried about their children. They should be worried. Stay home, people. They should be vitally worried about their channels because they've built a lifestyle that's predicated on a certain income flow. And one of the things that I've always contended and others have within the Boyd community to try to warn people, don't build your future off of YouTube income. So those kind of guys, they can't see the black swan event that comes along and cuts the legs out from under income. And make no mistake about it, the income drop is going to be ferocious. There's no point to advertise when people are paralyzed with fear or the thought of job loss. So, and Patreon, you're going to see cancellations of Patreon left, right, and center. Okay, because people are going to be thinking about themselves. And if they have a few dollars here and there to support somebody that gives them a good laugh or buy somebody a beer or a dinner, that's a different story down the road. But this need every month to kick in and it's going to be gone. How to wash your hands, bicentennial moment. Maybe we can visit the man in the tree. Yeah, isn't that weird, Craig? The dude in the tree. The tree man has been captured. I'm calling it a job. Can't apply for unemployment if they lose their. Well, they're a 1099. They're a gig worker. But you had to have filed. Independent contractors, according to what I read, they're going to be able to. But if you didn't file a return, then you're PSOL, plumb out of luck. Stash away money. Yeah, there's the people. The more your lifestyle is at risk, the more money you should put away. You should put money away like crazy. You should live on 10% of your income. New RV, forget it. You guys know RV sales, shoot, right off the cliff. Nobody's going to be doing searches for RVs, any of that crap. Okay, they're going to be they're going to be, and a lot of them are going to end up in government camps and things. Who's climbed to the top, Red Pill? Who's climbed to the top? There will be new YouTube stars born. There'll be, but the field of YouTube will be much smaller with people out gathering the things that people are interested in seeing. Okay. Paying it forward to help people earn money on Patreon. No more money. Take the money, don't deliver. Well, that's one reason I don't like the Patreon. People come on and tell you, I'm going to do this on a monthly basis and do that. They don't end up doing jack. Okay. Who would want? YouTube's for fun. Okay, not to get tied down, committed to put up some nonsensical content that is just special for Patreon people. Hey, I'm special for everybody. Okay? Rosie on demand. Push play now. Oh, Putin. Okay, yeah, his story is fascinating. So that's kind of the way I feel about stuff. Is that the Grim Reaper's now going to come through like with a scythe and just whack people? Their ability to travel will decline. They will try to make it up with reviewing things like coffee cans and thoughts on stuff from the past. But the well runs dry. If you're RVing and a nomad, people want to see you on the road. They want to see you going places and doing stuff. Thank you, Jennifer. You are special. Yay. Sell everything and buy a depreciating asset like a van. Sadly, the day when the van goes, you won't hear about it. It'll just be the disappearance from YouTube because ego won't permit you know, the final chapter to be shared. That'll be it. It's just a hobby about my passion. Money is just icing on it. That's the way it should be, Michael. Stopped all Patreon to feed my. That's good. Well, stay home, people. We should all be our prime responsibilities to family and loved ones. And the cream has been taken off of the world right now, so we're going to get down right down to the nuts real fast here. But greedy people always meet their own demise. Yeah, minivan's pretty good. Thank you, Deb. But a minivan, you know, even then, there's a lot of people we know that they skate close to the edge, and one episode, and boom, it's game over. That's why the fear is to travel. When you have like the man in the can, you're afraid to go anywhere. So you make up stories about why you delay a return to Chicago and stuff like that because you're fearful about the van. Not because some need in Chicago or something. All right. And the van becomes the most important thing in life. But eventually it's got to roll on. Or it just becomes the same mundane crap day after day after day. They never, yeah, that's what I mean. People can never imagine a world that's non-linear, that's like this. That's it. Let me see if I just keep checking to see if I got anything from D. Verizon, we've added 15 gigs of mobile hotspot data to your plan at no charge. Woo! That's pretty good. That's pretty doggone good. I'm happy about that. I didn't do a darn thing for that. No, I don't got anything else. Verizon is off. Verizon offering additional mobile for the use during this time. Yes, we're adding 15 gigs. Okay, so good. That's good. I love that. It doesn't matter, James. It'll always be another excuse. It's always something else because it's riveted by fear right now. Okay. Man, not being home, it's all the stuff that I really like. That's it. Yeah, woo, that's it. So, but I don't care. I don't really want to talk about it. I got bigger fish to fry with my own content for the future. And I can't wait to get on the road again. Low bandwidth, probably, yeah. I'm moving home in July. I live near Seattle. I have to, my mind. Well, good, Jennifer. I'm glad. You got a place you can go that you're going to feel useful and you're going to be happy. And that's a wonderful thing. That's great. That's almost as good as peanut M&Ms, right? The male ones with nuts. I like that. Yeah, look, airbrushed. Peanut M&Ms. The male and female, with nuts and without. Treat from Missy Jen. She's crazy. She's crazy for chocolate. I like pretzels. Georgie! Yeah, I just keep texting and calling down there, but I'm just not getting any, I'm not getting any response, guys. I'm just not getting any response. Do. Spread the blanket on the ground. I spread the blanket, took the blanket from the bedroom. Do. Boom, boom. Do. And the blanket on the ground. Missy Jen. There she is. The chocolate queen. I have rice crackers snack mix. Nice. Sure trip to a vending machine. Oatmeal raisin cookies. That sounds good. We all got our comfort food. Missy Jen's is chocolate. If you guys haven't done so, please hit the thumbs up on this short, low-key Saturday afternoon chat. You're having a good time. If I get sick, will you let us all know? It's inevitable, Diagi. I have been on YouTube every single day since November 16th of 2013. I've not missed a day. Okay. Started my channel on January 3rd, and I've done a morning video every day straight for almost 7 years. All right. I never missed a day of school. I never missed a day of work. I don't know, stay home people. That's Missy Jen. She was coming in. So if I'm under the weather, you guys will know it. I mean, knock on wood, I've always been resistant to colds. Hey, Sean, how you doing? Colds, flu. Thank you, Morgan. Of course, that could be gone tomorrow, but I'm saying so far in life, I've been fortunate. Things, but I do a great deal of exercise, so I think that does a lot. I may start smoking again. I haven't decided. If advertisers stop, could YouTube close shop? They would have to be very restrictive, I think, about the content that they would carry. Okay? I don't think YouTube has ever made money. I don't know. I know they've contributed revenue towards Google, but I don't know if they've ever turned a profit. So YouTube might evolve into a subscription thing. It might evolve into a tremendous reduction in advertising. They may just say, hey, you got to depend on the people that are out there to enjoy your channel. For monetization now, you have to have, 15, 10, 20, 25,000 subs. You never know. Take care, Jeb. Would Dee call you if he needed to be bailed out? Yeah, he has before. Not bailed out in a sense, but, when I could give him a little bridge here and there to help him out, of course. Of course, Joey D's like, don't you dare start again. I can't promise, Joey D. If things really get rugged, I'm gonna have to break them out. Well, still red pill. The ad rate, the revenue is gonna, you'll see a lot of public service ads that don't pay anything. You'll see, I don't know. I don't know. They'll probably open it up for more adult themed videos, more adult themed advertisers because look, you got to figure it this way. They've held the line on liquor, gambling, uh, things like that, adult products and things. And unfortunately, those vices will be picking up steam in the future. So I wouldn't be surprised if they notice a shift in the advertisers and will grab for anything that's out there willing to put ad money in. The last LP I listened to was, I guess, full LP I listened to was Breakfast in America by Supertramp. Yeah, infomercials. So they got this dilemma. They got all these people that are watching now. A lot of people are laid off and got nothing else to do but watch YouTube. But it's hard to capitalize on it in an advertising sense because of the climate. Hold it, Jane. You can set you up the perfect stuff. Yeah, I don't think I want to vape. They're finding some kind of connection or maybe something with Corona now with vaping. Yeah, I like Supertramp. I like that. Take the long way home. And your wife think to do. Oh, unbelievable. But it'll be alright. You're right, I move. Keep your bullets oiled. That's it. Make sure your weaponry is clean. Functional. Dear prudence, why don't you come and play? So, if I was going to do anything, I would just pick up the smokes again. But so far, so good. I haven't felt the need to do that yet. Take the long way home. Love that song. George, what are you barking at? Huh? Is it the zombie apocalypse? Has the virus created zombies now? Huh? There is a connection between vaping and the coronas. Hey, Rico! Yeah, good LP choice. Another one would be Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon. Yeah, that would be a good one. AC/DC. Eric Clapton. Jethro Tull. Three Dog Night. Mama told me not to come. Do 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 do. Mama told me not to come. She said that ain't the way to have fun, son. Do 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 do. Bachman Turner Overdrive. Nothing fires up the troops like a little BTO. You ain't seen nothing yet. Baby, you ain't seen nothing yet. BTO, are you eating your usual tonight? You need some carne asada. I do, Johnny West. Tonight might be the night. Did I break it? Tonight may be the night. Because my usual, don't have any more salad. I don't want to particularly get salad. It's been picked in the fields of Yuma with the corona infected hands and things. So I'm probably off of salad for the duration. And I do got tons of survival ramen noodles. I got a lot of shots and things. So you ain't seen nothing yet. Georgie is your task force for protection. Yes, he is. Georgie, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, give him a good, give him a good shimmy, right? Good shake, rattle, and roll. Good shake, rattle, and roll. Yeah, yeah, I sure hope Dee's okay. Sometimes I worry about some of the people that are out there. Dark Side of the Moon, Best of Pink Floyd. Yeah, that was a great. Comfortably Numb, of course, is my favorite song of all time. The distant smoke on the horizon. You were only coming through in waves. Your lips move, but I cannot hear what you say. I have become comfortably numb. Hello, hello, hello. Is there anybody in there? Wing. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Is there anyone at home? Stand up, stand up, stand up. Is it working? Just a little prick. And I feel the sound do 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 do. There is do 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 la da da da. And it do 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 do. I have become comfortably numb. They got that great guitar with bow, bow, bow. You love getting me to talk music, huh? Came by now. He was camping on. So I'm sure if he was sick, they would have gotten out. I think so too, Cheryl. But you know, it begs the question of who's picking up his phone. Just nod if you can hear me. That's right. What a great tune. Great tune. Boy, Jinx, you both hit the same. Never saw that before. Bam. The longest repeated sentence on YouTube by two contiguous chatters there. Just nod if you can hear me. There you go. Amazing. Yeah. I did a great time. You know, if you're from Georgia, Orville, Peter Frampton, do you feel like I do? Bow, do 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 do, do 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 do, bow, do 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 do. I feel for him. He needs your help. Who does? What can I do, Artemis? I got my own fish to fry. Yeah, the Kinks, Lola. Um, yeah, all that. I love that. I love that. I love that. Love that. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Da 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 dee 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 dee. Bum bum bum. Do 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 do. Love that soundtrack from Goodfellas. Healthy food is gonna kill us. Being picked with. That's why I say, Queenie, I can't do that. If you can wash, I'm not gonna sit there and wash each lettuce leaf off and all of that. So, not gonna do it. Not gonna do that. Can't do it. No, 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 no. Uh, guys, I'm gonna get ready to wind it down. Let's spare a prayer for people in need out there, those that are hurting, those who have been distressed in this current situation. That better times will be coming and stronger times in this nation. As Franklin D. Roosevelt said in his inaugural address of March of 1933, this great nation shall endure as it has always endured. Hopeful, shining, bright. Go back if you want to get a little hope. Put in your Google search box FDR's 1933 inaugural address. We have nothing to fear but fear itself. Turned the nation on a dime in the midst of banks that were closing left, right, and center, collapse, total and complete fear about the future. Army gunmen mounted on the rooftops of federal buildings right there, White House, because they were expecting there could be a riot. Certainly at that time, the darkest day of United States history when it comes to economic stress. Look it up. Draw your comfort from that. I will see you guys tonight. Thank you. If you haven't thumbs up, please take a second to do so. And just put that in your search box. Roosevelt's 1933 inaugural address. All right, everybody, take care and have a wonderful rest of your day.